Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. I've got your favorite mold out today. You know why? Because spring is like right around the corner. I can't believe it already. So I have picked out these dried pressed flowers. I thought that would be really cute. So I'm gonna kind of do it the way I did my steampunk one with all the gears in layers, but I'm only gonna do like 2 layers. So I'm gonna pour a thin layer, maybe 3 ounces. I'm going to place some of my flowers upside down. I'm going to let that cure, and then I'll do that again, and then I'm going to back it. I'm thinking clear with my crushed crystal in there, just to give it a sparkle behind, but not in front, because I don't want to like cover up any of the petals or anything. I've got this, but it looks like it is cracked. That's the second one that I got cracked. So make sure you check your clock faces. So what I'm going to do is just take the face out of my shamrock clock, as a few of you mentioned, which is a great idea. So just take the face out each season and reuse the face and just change the clock part. So I thought that's brilliant. But yeah, I'm kind of upset now that I'm seeing this is the second one that I have that's cracked. So that kind of stinks. So I'm going to mix up my fast cure because it's nice and thick. I'll get the bubbles out of it, pour it in. Actually, I want to fill this up with some glitter first. So let me pick a glitter and we'll get that done with some UV resin. So I have this box from Light Wish, the colored UV resin diamond glitter. I haven't done the review on it, but I'm just using it before I do it. So you're probably gonna just get a whole bunch of videos showing each color, and this one is pink and it's really, really pretty. So I'm going to squirt that in these 2 grooves. I'm not sure I'm going to do anything here because I don't really, maybe I'll do silver or something. I know it's just time consuming, but I'm going to start this because this squeezes out really nicely. I don't have to like dot it in with a dotting tool like I did when I mixed my own. Look at that color. There's a whole bunch of sparkle in there. I know you can't see it, but I can. So I think that'll go really well with these spring colors. So I got 3 lines. I put this bottom one in this time. It's really on like a little ledge like these are. And what I did is I got a little tiny paintbrush and I tried before I committed to it. I dipped it in my little alcohol dispenser here. And then I dipped it in my silver metallic mica powder. And I'm just going in here. I think this is going to alleviate all that cleanup I did the last time with the powder alone. I forgot about this trick. So I think I'm going to go ahead and go through all these little beveled lines like I did on the gold on that shamrock one. Except I'm going to do it in silver for the spring colors on this one. So I will obviously fast forward this for you, but look at that. There's not going to be any cleanup. So I'm just dipping it in the alcohol and then dipping it barely into my metallic mica powder, and it just paints on beautifully. So I won't have all that mess. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I didn't know about this before. I mean, I knew about it, but I don't think about it. So write all these little tricks down so you guys don't forget and have to clean so much stuff. Just get a small enough paintbrush. And I'm trying not to go over my pink because it is kind of transparent, so I don't want to see the silver through it. Look at that. Amazing. All right, I'll be quiet now. So I did get a little bit of powder by accident. So I'm just taking a clean brush and I'm just wiping down the silicone where I don't want it. And that's getting it off. I'm just wiping it on a paper towel. And then I just cleaned my other brush with some acetone and a paper towel. That's it. Got it all off. So yeah, somehow I blew some dust everywhere. So I have to clean anyway. Otherwise, there would have been virtually no cleanup with that technique. So that is an amazing technique, you guys. You should try it. I just hope I don't forget the next time I want to paint my metallic mica powder on. All right, so I'm gonna mix up my resin, throw it through the vacuum chamber so there are no bubbles in this finished product. And I think this will be an easy one, actually. Just place your flowers wherever you want them. I keep seeing little spots. All right, so that looks good. I think I got it. All right, let me grab some resin. I have to say, if you're new to resin and you don't have a pressure pot, that is the very first tool I would invest in because you will thank me later. Look at that clear resin. It is super thick resin and there is not one bubble to be seen. This is 4 ounces I'm pouring in. I think if I remember correctly, this holds 12. So I want to do 3 layers, so I'm just going to do 4 ounces in each layer. And once I get this in, I will be placing my flowers, and I also decided I'm going to place some moss. I'm using this moss in a project, and this project is taking me a long time to create. You guys will see it eventually, but it's taking me quite a long time. But anyway, since it was sitting here, I thought the moss would look good at the bottom here, kind of as to anchor the flowers. I don't know. We'll find out. So I did rip up some little pieces. And we'll see if I can get them placed in before I put the flowers in there. Look at that, you guys. Crystal clear. Like water. So this is the little moss that I'm using. And I think I'm just going to place it down here. Look at that. I did put some bubbles in there when I scraped the cup. Don't scrape your cups if you don't have to. I also see that silver metallic floating. I want to get that out. I guess I had extra powder right there. I guess if it stays right behind the silver, you won't see it anyway, but I just don't know. So I'm gonna pop the bubbles I did create. And I don't know, let's just see what this looks like. I just want some small pieces, so I'm just going to kind of rip it and place it with these handy dandy tools that Renee gave me the other day. She gave me a whole bunch of these little tweezer type things. You don't want to fill your mold up with flowers right away, because your flowers will float and they will just go right to the back of your resin. So that's why I'm doing layers. Plus I thought it would be cool to see if it looked 3D with some layers of flowers like we did the gears. I'm trying to keep this like right here on the bottom. Get that out. You don't need very much at all. Can't remember where I bought this moss. I think I got it at Walmart actually in the craft section. Huge bag of it. More than I will ever need. There we go. Well, let me get this corner. I mean, you're not going to see some of it behind that metallic. Maybe I shouldn't have put that metallic in. Okay, now for the flowers. So remember, face them down, because this is the back of the clock we're looking at. I'm just going to randomly put them in. I don't really have a plan. I don't normally have a plan. Oh, look at that metallic. Hang on, I gotta fix that. Get my moss out of the way. Too much powder. I'll probably be playing with that for the next hour or so. Gently with the flowers because they are very fragile. And they will break. I'm just gonna kind of put a little bit of each color for springtime. Whoops. And I will link everything below like I always do, so if you're looking for anything I'm using today, that's where you're gonna find it. I'm gonna kind of stay away from up there because you won't see it. Let's see. Now remember, you're gonna, well, you're, as if you're gonna do this, I'm going to put a second layer, so it's gonna look really full by the time I'm completely done with the 2 layers. Oops, I just dropped a petal. There's some mica powder right there too. I'm just gonna move this so I can reach better. Like all these empty pieces that I want filled in, I'll do on the next layer. Orange. Get a red. I'm excited to flip this one over. I haven't done flowers for a long time. Whoops. All right, you guys, now I'm just gonna watch that mica powder right there that I'm gonna keep cleaning up. And as soon as this is cured, or to where it won't get, you know, ruined if I pour again, so like super tacky, that's when I'll do the next one. But we'll see what happens today. I actually think I'm going to put some of this crushed mirror that's tinted like a, I don't know, really pastel green. I think I'm going to put some right at the base. Right down there so it could sink in. Not too much, just a tiny bit. Give it a little more interest. And then I will leave it alone. It'll probably sink all by itself, but I'm just going to help it. Need a little more over here. That's going to look pretty, I think. I don't know, this whole thing's going to be a surprise. So after this springy clock, I think I'm going to try a beach-themed clock. I know some of you have been waiting to see how to do that. My friend Maria did one. It's gorgeous. She used this mold to do it. So I know it can be done. What do you think about that idea? Who wants to see a beach clock? Maybe that'll be my summer clock. All right, now I'm gonna leave it alone. While we're waiting for that to cure, I want to give these tumblers a little bit of screen time because I did not make a video for them. So I have 3 orders working right now and more to come. This one put their dog on there. So I added some sparkle and some bling, some paw prints for them. This one wanted a pit bull. This is for a man, so there's no sparkle on that one. And this is for, actually these 2 are for Barbara Valente. She has ordered before and she wanted a unicorn, so I added some sparkle to that. So sorry I did not get a video done, you guys. I've just been too busy to do videos on every single thing I'm coming in. It's been a couple hours, and after like 1 hour I came to check on it and most of the flowers had moved, so I pushed them back into place. It was really, really sticky. So I'm hoping I didn't create bubbles underneath them. I don't know. So I pushed them back in place and I quick turned the heat mat on to try to stop it from moving. So now I've just mixed up 3 more ounces instead of 4. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm thinking I should have placed the flowers in after I waited a while, but being that it's, you know what time it is, you guys. Can you guess what time it is that I'm pouring resin? And why I'm not going to wait? So yeah, it's about 12:30 in the middle of the night. So I am not going to wait. I'm just going to, seeing that I already have a lot of flowers in there, I'm not going to really worry about, I'm not going to scrape my cup this time because I don't want to incorporate more bubbles. I do have the heat mat on still. So if they do move, it shouldn't be for very long. So I'm just going to start putting these all in the empty spots. And then tomorrow I will decide what to do with the backing. Concentration here, folks. Concentration. Lots of flowers in this little package. Oops. Well, I guess it's going there now. Maybe I shouldn't hold this above there. That would probably be a good idea. I think that one's blue. Better put this over here. I'm just going to babysit it for a while because I don't want them to move really. I really want all these holes filled in. And I'm really hoping you can tell that there's layers. Okay, now it's gonna stick. Whoops. Ah, it's sticking. Okay. Let's see here. I need to wash, I guess I need to wash off these tweezers. Let me do that. They are awfully sticky. I hope I'm not making this too busy. I don't know. Let's see here. It's hard to tell what color they are upside down. So I'm just kind of guessing where to place them all. I'm not necessarily using them all. I'm just kind of filling in the cracks. Oops, sticky again. Let's see. I'm using close to all of them, I can tell you that. If you don't see them, you don't see them. What am I going to do with a couple flowers left over? Let's see. We'll do this one. Might as well go down here. I don't know if you're going to see it or not. And maybe if I fill it up, they won't move as much. See, I don't think we're going to see that one at all. And I'm going to do one down here. Oops. I think that's good. What do you think? Too much? We'll find out when we demold this, right? See how they move? So if you have a heat source and you're going to try this, first of all, if you try this, wait like an hour before you place your flowers. So do it at a reasonable time during the day that you can wait an hour. If you don't wait an hour, then I would say babysit it. All right. It is the next afternoon. Let's get this baby done. So I mixed up 5 ounces. Now this is my normal casting resin, the one that comes with the pump. I love that one because you can pour it an inch deep without any problems. Not that this is an inch deep, but that's why I use that one so often. But before I throw this through the vacuum chamber, I had an idea. I think I want to tint this back coat light pink. So I have picked this magenta. This is by Resin. I think I'm going to tint this like really light and then put my crushed crystal in there. I could be making a mistake by not leaving it clear, but that's part of my problem. I always feel like I need to do something. But again, this is, I don't want it pink. I just want, like, you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I just want a tint. And like, if you only put a few drops in this much resin, that's all you're gonna get is the tint. So I'm just gonna kind of check it on a paper towel, because it's really, 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 really clearish still. See, that's like really, really light. What are you thinking? I think I need a couple more drops because it's not going to be this deep in the clock. It looks deep. It looks deeper pink in the cup because it's a deeper cup. So the clock is only, I don't know, another 1/4 inch to fill. So it's not going to be this pink in there. And then you can put this in your vacuum chamber with color and with glitter. I've done it before. Let's get in there. A couple more drops and that's it. I'm going to cut myself off. No matter what, this is it. So yeah, the vacuum chamber will work no matter if it's colored or not, glittered or not. It will still take the bubbles out because I am creating a lot now that I'm stirring it by hand. But that's okay. We have a fix for that. Okay, so let's get some of this. Now, don't put too much of this crushed crystal in. I've learned that the hard way. Like, just barely. See that? Barely. Otherwise, you will ruin the whole cup. And I think that's going to be enough. I definitely see the glitter in here. You may not. Let me run this through the chamber, and I'll meet you on the other side. Now just gotta pour it in and wait. Oh yeah, that's the perfect tint. Just barely pink. And I'll probably turn my heat mat on because I do want to demold this today. So I will cover it up, keep the heat inside. Looks like I have 1 ounce left, so it's only taken 11 ounces, probably because of all the flowers that I put in there. So I have a new mold that I made. This is going to be a flower, so let's pour some of this in here and see how this mold works out. See if you guys want this mold. It's a little, I took it off of a TEMU brooch that Renee gave me. I think if you saw that video when she like blessed me with all that stuff, I think we showed it in that video. So this is that brooch that I molded. So it is possible to make them for you guys if you like it. Let's see how it turns out with the pink. And I am also working on multiple other molds that are going to be gorgeous, so I will bring those to you in a few days. They're probably on my eBay store by now, but I don't know when you're seeing this, to be honest with you. I just overfilled this, so I still have some left. I just don't want to have to trim a bunch. All right, I'm going to find something to do with this, get this heat mat turned on, and see you in like 1 second. Are we ready to see what we got here? So here's a bunch of little extras that I made. This is just a little tiny crystal. Little like geode type thing. Cute. I'm not sure what to do with these little things. Probably make magnets out of them. Then I had enough after that one to make some roses for future cakes. So just a typical pink rose. Now the trick to these little molds is spray alcohol in them first. And since I started spraying alcohol in these things, I'm not getting any bubbles along the edges of my petals. So that is good. A good little trick. Let me grab this one out. Yep, all three look good. I don't see any glitter. I mean, I see a little bit of glitter in there, but not a whole lot. And then let's get this one out and see what this one looks like. Oh, that came out nice. Check out the shine on that one. I think it's pretty good. That's about the size of it. So, yeah. I will link this below if you want one of those. Let's see what we got here. Hopefully it's pretty good. I'll have to go get my clock face from the other clock. Are you ready? Oh, I like that. And you could tell, well, in person, you could tell the 3D effect of the flowers. Now, these should have been pushed down a little more, like I said, because of this silver. If the silver wasn't on there, you would see the backs of those. But the glitter came out good. The silver did pretty well. There's just one little spot there that could use some touch up. Here's the glass shards and the moss, which the moss is mostly behind that. So maybe next time, or if you decide to do this, don't put the silver on because you can't see the moss. You could see a little bit, but I'm pretty happy with it. Just that light touch of pink shines through the clear. I don't see any bubbles. Let me go get the clock face. Okay, here's the clock face. And several of you mentioned if you take off the battery compartment, there's the other hole for the third clip. I don't understand why they just don't put instructions. So let's put the third clip in now and see how it looks. I don't have a battery in here though. Oh, look at that. It holds nice and tightly when you do it properly. And I don't have a silver one because the two silver ones I had were cracked. So I'm gonna have to deal with there's something inside of there. Gonna have to deal with the gold until I can reorder my silver. Anyway, that's it. I think all in all, it's a pretty good success. What do you guys think? I will get to some cute pictures. And yeah, that is it for today, you guys. I will see you tomorrow, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.